told you, I have endured your grumpiness in this house over this same issue for too long. Enough is enough. Okay? Don't you think I don't want children? But I'm not acting insane.
Guys, get your handkerchiefs ready for this scene. The movie is about two sisters that shared a very tight bond. A bond so strong that it took something stronger to break it. Their story started way back in the 1990s, where we see the young child Evelyn playing in the room and her mom still pregnant with her little sister. Now she's having pains. Obviously, the baby is due to come. Honey, the young girl runs to call her dad. Sadly, the woman died at childbirth, leaving her two daughters and their father. Now, years later, we see that now grown-up baby. Her name is Roslyn, leaving a therapist appointment. She got back to her office to find a gift waiting for her. Now, it is from her elder sister, Evelyn. She threw the box into the garbage. Now, on the box, we see the words written, "I am sorry." Wait, what actually happened between these two tightly bonded sisters over the years? Could it be the reason why Roslyn was consulting a therapist earlier? Well, to get the answer, let's go back to the very beginning. Quick disclaimer, this recap is for educational purposes only. Roses and Ivy is directed by the versatile Biodun Steven. This recap is not meant to replace the full movie, neither should it stop you from watching the full movie on Prime Video. Also, this recap contains heavy spoilers. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and also turn on the notification icon. Hi, this is Sam. Welcome to the Film Village. When they were younger, we see their father questioning them about who threw a ball and broke their neighbor's window. The father says Auntie Chinwe saw the ball come from their room, but she doesn't know who threw it. So don't lie to me. Who threw the ball? The other sister, Evelyn, quickly confesses, "I'm sorry, Dad. It was me." Evelyn, you? It should not be you. I expected that it should be this Roslyn who threw the ball. You, Evelyn, should have known better. Come on, go and pick pin there now, what's this all? He turns to Roslyn. You, sit down there. Evelyn obeys their father and begins to serve the punishment. As for Roslyn, the younger one, she sits there looking at Evelyn. And guess what, guys? It was actually Roslyn that threw the ball. But from a very young age, Evelyn is used to taking every blame for her sister. She does not want to see her dad punish her dear sister Roslyn. No matter the pain it will cause her, she will bear it. As for Roslyn, she actually appreciates the love Evelyn is showing her. Now, 5 years later, both girls are grown up. Evelyn, the eldest, is and has always been a very good child. She is clean, she cooks. Even before the dad gives them chores, she has done everything. While Roslyn is busy with games and watching movies, Evelyn studies well. She does very well in all her academics. Now, one day, at the end of the term, after they collected their report card, Evelyn is outside the class waiting for Roslyn. Now she comes out. Imagine her uniform torn, shoes dirty. Even one of her socks has somehow gone for a stroll. Now, where's your socks? Roslyn says it should be in her bag. This girl is not serious one bit. As for Evelyn, she doesn't need to check her report card. She's always the best student in class. Now, Evelyn has a male friend, Lanre Shaba, who loves to tease Roslyn. Whenever this Lanre Shaba is around, Rose always notices something different about her sister. Evelyn likes having him around, but Roslyn, she does not. His presence always spoils her mood. Now, Lanre begins to playfully tease Roslyn, calling her the nickname Bugs Bunny because she acts like a primary school student. And maybe that's why she's even a dullard. Roslyn says she's not a dullard, and to prove it, she brings out her report card to check if she passed, unlike the other times. Whoa, this is terrible. She failed woefully again, and their dad must not hear this. Lanre says, I'm only joking, no. Evelyn tried to calm Roslyn down, saying, well, it's normal to fail. Roslyn says, but you don't. You never do. She angrily starts walking home, leaving them behind. Now, that night, their father gets back home from work, excited to see the kids' result. He even bought them ice cream. I scream for you. You scream for me. We scream for joy when I see your results. English language, A1. Mathematics, A1. Physics, A1. Chemistry, A1. Yoruba, A1. Did I go longer? Now he checks Roslyn's results. English language, 10. This girl failed again. I thought you said your sister has been studying. Evelyn says, yes, she has. The father angrily goes into her room to discipline her. Now getting there, Roslyn has left. She has run away just to avoid the punishment of this strict man. Now that night, they begin to search everywhere for her. Roslyn, come out now. The father starts blaming Evelyn for not being vigilant. Are you not the senior person? You're supposed to look after your younger sister. You see, if anything happens to that girl, I will hold you responsible. Now, guess where Roslyn ran away to? Lanre Shaba's house. Now, Lanre saw her hiding behind their freezer. Roslyn says her result is bad and her daddy will kill her. Lanre says, no, he won't kill you. He will just flog you. Rosaline says, no. Lanre says, okay. He needs to go and tell his mother. No, please. Lanre says, no, maybe if his mom should beg for her, the father will not beat her. Rosaline insists that Lanre should not tell. That's not an option. Lanre says he will tell. Then we see Mrs. Shaba escorting Rosaline back home to beg her dad on her behalf. Where did you see her? Mrs. Shaba says, I don't know what she has done, but she's very scared. The father, like most Nigerian parents always, begins to smile and pretend like nothing is going to happen. She doesn't have to be scared. We have been scared looking for her all over the place. Is it not my own daughter? Will I kill my future? Guys, we know Nigerian parents very well. And as soon as she leaves, Evelyn, go and lock the door. Rosalind, you are afraid? Why? Is it not exam? There's nothing to be afraid of. Come. He took her into his room and then locked the door, still speaking consolingly. He beat the future waywardness out of this girl. He flogged her, Hey, days later, we see Evelyn again, studying while Rosalind watching TV. Their father walks in. What are you doing? She says, I'm watching TV. What is your sister doing? She's solving puzzles. The father reminds her of bringing a terrible result back home, still having the effrontery to watch TV. He turns it off and then wants her never to be seen watching that TV. Now, Evelyn takes her time every day to study with Rosalind. Every single subject, despite having so much chores to do, she only have her own time to study at night. Now, Evelyn also finds time to hang around with her friend, Lanre Shaba. Rosalind is always happy whenever Evelyn is helping her study. Now, finally, Rosalind passed her GS3 exams. She was extremely happy. Now, Evelyn has also graduated and preparing for her JAMB. On the day of the exams, Rosalind sees how worried Evelyn is about it. She advised her to be calm, that it is obvious that she will pass the JAMB. Evelyn is busy, waiting for her dad to come take her. Why is daddy taking so long? I don't want to be late. Rosalind asks her to go and check him inside. Now, entering their dad's room, their father is having a serious seizure. Daddy, somebody help! Somebody help me! Rosalind runs inside. That day was the worst day of their life. Evelyn could not go for her JAMB eventually. Now, to help the family survive, Evelyn starts selling Zobo drink to raise money since their father can no longer walk. He has stroke and even he could barely speak. Now, Lanre comes to quickly check on Evelyn one day. Good afternoon, sir. Lanre, is that you? How is your mother? He says she's fine. And please, where is Evelyn? Evelyn comes out and Lanre hits her with the news. I'm leaving for university today. What? Evelyn says, he doesn't know he got in. Lanre added that it's in the UK and his mother warned him not to tell anyone, but he can't help it. He knows he must tell Evelyn because he'll be leaving that very night. You can see how pained Evelyn is. Imagine what would have been her fate in life if her dad had not fallen sick. Rosalind could see that Evelyn is angry, pained and feeling betrayed somehow. Maybe because she knows she would never see her friend Lanre again. Evelyn says, well, it's okay, holding herself from breaking down. She excused herself from Lanre that she has to deliver her goods and then take care of her family. Few years later, Evelyn comes to give Rosalind a good news. She wakes her up. Now, Bethel University is giving out a scholarship to brilliant underprivileged applicants. Rosalind says, are we underprivileged? Evelyn says, of course, we are underprivileged. She has applied and they are seriously considering her. Now, she needs to have at least 75% in their post-JAMB exams. Rosalind says she trusts Evelyn to get that 75%. Sadly, it is truly painful that despite all her efforts, Evelyn had 74%. Just 1% shy of getting in. She cried her eyes out. Now, at the next try, she got the news that her entire JAMB result center is missing again. What is going on? Why is she so unlucky in life? She tried over and over and over with the same result. Even Rosalind graduated secondary school. So they both studied for JAMB and took the exams. This time, with her sister by her side, she passed. They both passed her exam and got into university. This sisterly love is still brewing. Now they got into the same hostel again. They share the same bunk bed and all. Evelyn even takes it that it is God that has made her fail her past exams so that she can take care of her baby sister. Now for the whole time they were in the university, Evelyn took good care of her baby sister Rosalind. Now one day, she brought her home drunk from a party. And then a message entered Rose's phone from Amaka asking why she is not present in the hall. Exam is about to start. Rose, tell me you don't have an exam today. Drunk Rose says no. Then remembers that, yes, she has an exam. What? You have an exam? Why were you out there drinking? Rose says, it's a carryover exam. A carryover? What type of sister is this, Rose, for goodness sake? Evelyn is unhappy. After everything that she had done to make sure Rose gets an education, this is a terrible payback. Okay, Rose says she will fix it. Fix what? She's just going to make it worse. Now, Evelyn knows that the only solution is to help her sister out. She has a meeting to attend though, but this kind-hearted Evelyn had to help Roselyn out. She collects her docket and heads straight to the class to help her sister write her exams. Now, while going to help Roselyn to write the exam, she was almost caught. The man checking them even asked, "Do you have a sister in actuarial science?" She says, "Yes." The lecturer says, "Oh, you look so much alike." Well, let's hope you are brilliant as she is. This man did not know that Evelyn is the same person pretending to be Rose. Now, while writing the exams, so Evelyn's phone rings at home and Roselyn answered. "Hello?" Guy on phone asks for Evelyn. "Oh, she's out on an emergency." The man says, "But they have a meeting and he has been at the restaurant for almost an hour." Oh. Roselyn gets up. To try and help her sister not to lose maybe a job interview, she decides to go in behalf of her sister. The man gives her the address. Now, after a while, Roselyn gets to the restaurant. She's here looking for Mr. Igwe. They said he just left. Now since, she tries to rush to meet the man and mistakenly hits another incoming customer. Oh my God, watch where you... Bugs Bunny. She stops. Who is this? He repeats again, Bugs Bunny. Wow, you look... Wahoo. She says, it doesn't look bad either. Then they both greet each other. Roselyn Adigwe. Guys, this is Lanre Shaba, Evelyn's friend. They both shake hands. See Roselyn all smiley and happy. Lanre even offered to buy her drinks. Getting back home that day, she's excited to narrate to Evelyn, but Evelyn is still mad at her for what happened. Okay, Roselyn says, "I am sorry. I promise I will do better." She truly apologized for messing up. The sister says, "Alright, okay, so who did you run into?" Rose took a deep breath first, then answers, "Lanre Shaba." Which Lanre Shaba? The Lanre Shaba. No, Lanre, the Lanre. Oh my God, how is he? How does he look like? Rose says, he's hot. I'm sorry, but I think he likes me. Oh, immediately, Evelyn's face changed. The same disappointment and pain that she felt when Lanre was leaving the other day. Rose is busy explaining how they bump into each other, but as for Evelyn, she's just worried. This one that Rose has already claimed Lanre from her hands. Rose continues the story, how he bought me drink, food, he watched me eat. He's so polite, he smells good. Rose says, Lanre Shaba was not as horrible as I thought. Evelyn says, Lanre was never horrible. Rose still blushing and all. One day, eventually, Lanre comes to visit them at their hostel. Evelyn, seeing Lanre, my oh my. Evelyn becomes speechless, not knowing what to say. They stood there staring at each other, and episode 1 ends. Episode 2 begins with a loud wow from Lanre Shaba. It's been so long. So good to see you. Lanre wants to hug Evelyn, but she swerved. Lanre gets the message. Things get awkward for a while, then she asks him to have a seat. Do you know where Roselyn is? He said, I don't think she's far away, but... Then Rose enters. Oh, baby boo-boo. They begin to exchange kisses and saliva in the presence of Evelyn. He bought her a gift. He didn't even bring Evelyn a gift at least. Rose then asked Lanre how was their first meeting after a long time. Everything is just terrible between them. They continue their nonsense display in her presence. Hi! This continued over and over. Now every time he comes around, he brings her gifts, and this Rose makes sure her sister sees it. Now, to be honest, I'm sure she's not doing this to hurt her sister intentionally. I believe Rose just doesn't know better. Now, one night, Rose is congratulating Evelyn for being so brilliant the night before their graduation. Rose is happy for Evelyn anyway, so she says, very soon you will graduate and your life will be perfect. You'll get a good job, meet a good man, and have a good life. Evelyn says she believes Roselyn will get a good life also. Yeah, don't worry me. Rose made 3rd class. Evelyn says, it doesn't matter now. Rose says, see, the only thing she has giving her joy right now is Lanre. That statement caught Evelyn's attention. Wait, do you truly love Lanre? Rose says, very much. He is her whole world. Eh? And both of you act like you want to kill each other back then at Oluyole Street. Anyway, thank God we are going back home tomorrow. Rose says, no, she's not going no more. Come. Where are you going? Rose says she's going to visit her rich friend's family. Maybe her parents will help her get a job because her certificate is only good to sell akara. Evelyn said all she could to encourage Rose not to give up, that she will always be by her side. In fact, if Roselyn doesn't get a job, she promised to do everything for her, including giving up her life for her. Now, we see Lanre and Rose at a picnic. When Lanre notices Rose is looking sad. What's wrong? Rose says she's worried. She is a graduate, but she's not sure she can even get a job with her grade. Lanre says, come on, you graduated about a week ago. You don't have to worry about it. By the way, thanks for reminding me. Lanre then showed her his phone. It's an exchange program for IRP and graduates looking to further their education. Rose says she cannot afford it to buying tickets, getting visas and fees. How? Lanre says, well, he has some money saved up and he will sponsor her and then she can pay him back when she starts working. Are you serious? Yes, I am. Rose is still thinking this is a prank. Stop now, Lanre says it will help boost her portfolio. So he's serious. Rose hugs him. Her day has been made. Finally, she that is not as good as Evelyn is finally getting something. The registration and every process involved in going for the school was smooth and successful. Now she packs her stuff, leaving her paralyzed father and brilliant sister Evelyn alone in Lagos. Now, some years later, Rose is back home. She enters to meet everything the same way she left it, with her aged father. Daddy, Roselyn, how are you? Rose says, I'm happy. Welcome. She asks, where is Evelyn? The father says, she's out for a job interview, hoping they will take her this time. And she's also going through an heartbreak. Evelyn has been going through a lot in life. The father tells Rose he is proud of her. The mood was good, then Evelyn enters. She's truly surprised and happy to see her little sister. Rose says, see, she got a job in Lagos and has promised she's home to work for a while so she can be close to her family. Evelyn is excited. Rose says, yes, see, even Lanre is happy. Wait, Lanre already knows about this. Yes, you are the only one I wanted to surprise. Thank you. I missed you too. Then Roselyn asked about her interview. Obviously, it's bad again. Rose then asked for Evelyn's CV and promised to help Evelyn pass her CV to as many people as she can. Thank you. Evelyn then hugs her sister. Now, Roselyn is living a good life, a good job, a supportive boyfriend, and then, a proposal. Guy, we're having a proposal here. Lanre becomes romantic, expressing his feelings to Rose on how truly sincere she has been with him, how supportive and all. Roselyn Adigwe, my box burning. Please, be my wife. Roselyn says, of course. He inserts the ring and then kisses and hugs. Well, you can come out now. She said yes. Guess what? Evelyn has obviously moved on from Lanre. She's there to support her sister. These three are happy, and for Rose, she truly loves Lanre. Excited Lanre wants to hug Evelyn, but again, no. This lady respects herself and knows her limits. Now, lots of play, lots of sex, lots of fun. Nigerian men, you can't cuddle them. You go collect. Now, one day while in bed, Rose says she's ready. Not for another round of banging. She's ready to get pregnant now. She needs a child. And Lanre says, really? He goes straight to resume his assignment when Rose's phone rings. It's a call from her sister, Evelyn. A bad news. What just happened? Before we continue, guys, please, I want to use this opportunity to remind and beg you for your support by subscribing to this channel, because that helps me in bringing you more amazing recaps. So if you guys want more, please subscribe. Thank you. Now, the bad news coming from Evelyn is that their father is dead. The joy Rose is feeling is shattered immediately. She and her husband, Lanre, head straight to their father's place. There, they meet Evelyn crying, staring out through the window. Rose reminisces about how her father must be disappointed in her until his death. She remembers how he was a disciplinarian just to control her childishness back then. Then she informs Evelyn that since their dad is gone, Evelyn should no longer live in that house. In fact, she will not allow it. Evelyn says she is fine here, but Rose disagrees. In fact, she has made an arrangement already. She has gotten Evelyn an apartment for her to move into. Evelyn continues to say, but no. Rose insists that this is the time for her to pay Evelyn back for taking care of her while they were young, giving up her life and many times her joy just for her to be where she is now. So she will not sit back and watch Evelyn suffer. Then they both hug themselves. Now, many months later, Rose discusses her worries with Lanre. They've been trying for a while now, but she has not gotten pregnant. Lanre says God will do it in his own time. Own time? Which time? When my eggs are gone? When my womb is shriveled? Come on, don't be overly dramatic, Lanre says. Rose says no, they need to meet a specialist for this. Lanre agrees. Alright, we will. Now, smile for me. Smile, smile. Now the specialist informs them that there is absolutely nothing wrong with both of them. Her eggs are in good health and land-raised swimmers are also good. The doctors ask them to be patient, just be patient. Now we see Rose continuing to narrate the story to her therapist that we saw her meet earlier, that doctor says nothing is wrong, but they kept trying. And they heard this from the first, second, third and fourth doctor that they consulted, but it's just the same. So they kept trying until one doctor eventually suggested that they go for an adoption or surrogacy. I, Roslyn Adigwe, will carry my own children if truly I am okay. So one day, her sister Evelyn, now getting older, comes to visit. She finds Rose crying. What's wrong, baby? Are you okay? She hugs her again. What's wrong? Rose says, it will be their 5th year anniversary tomorrow. Oh, congrats, you should be happy. Rose says no. Till now, she hasn't conceived. Evelyn says, anxiety doesn't help the situation either. Or is your husband making trouble with you for it? Rose says no. But his mother has been dropping hints. In fact, today, for the first time, Larry's mom said it to her plainly that, when are you going to give me a grandchild? Oh, Evelyn says, well, she's her mother-in-law and also she has the right to be worried. She's a human. Evelyn made Rose reason well and put the woman in her own shoes. Rose says, the only reason you are saying this is because you are not in my shoes. What? You are not in my shoes, made Evelyn replied her, saying, listen, Roslyn, I'm older than you. I have no husband of my own, no children, that's it. Not to sound ungrateful for the job you held me secure, but I never saw myself becoming a teacher. This is not the life she envisioned for herself. So, if you ask me, I would say my shoes are definitely filled with pain and needles. Rose then apologizes to Evelyn. She says she just doesn't understand why things are like this. Evelyn says, life is not without challenges. No one can go through it without facing one challenge. Now, this is your challenge, and to be frank, you are not handling it well. She uses herself as an example. See, despite all I am going through, she is standing strong. She prayed that Rose should continue to be patient, and very soon, she, Evelyn, will have some little nieces and nephew running around. Amen, they hug, and Evelyn begins to sing to calm her sister down. Now, still, there is no solution from the doctors. Rose had to resort to agbo from the traditional mixers. It smells terrible. Wait, you can't drink that. Rose says, of course, it has been mixed by, hey, I don't care what is in it. What is this? Why are you doing this? Rose says she's sure this will work because 3 women have used it and it works for them. She takes the bottle to drink, Larry quickly collects it from her. Never. I cannot let you hurt yourself. You're not going to drink this. Not now. Not ever. Rose consults many other nurses who gave her different ideas, suggestions here and there, different kind of tablets to take before meeting with her husband. Hey, she followed through, taking the drugs and waiting for Ogalare to come and insert. Even Larry doesn't wait to pack properly whenever he comes home. He needs to go and satisfy her before the time elapses. To them, sex is no longer for fun. It is now a tiring, monotonous job. Both have worn themselves out. Still, nothing is happening. Rose says all she wants is just a baby. Larry continues to show support, assuring her that they will have a baby. Now, at this point, I am beginning to feel for Rose. It's not easy. Now, she rests her head on his lap from the exhaustion caused by the constant digging. I love you, she says, and Larry responds the same. And episode 2 ends here. Episode 3 begins with them still in bed. Larry says this is their battle to fight. He already made a promise before God and man to love her until the end, and he will continue to do so. Rose turns to the other side. She is not happy. Promises doesn't change anything, so it's of no use to promise. Then Larry says for the first time ever that, should we try surrogacy? Oh, Roslyn, that has already determined to bear her own child by herself, decides to draw close to God and any traditional healer. She even goes stark naked in the night to pray, sprinkling her house with holy water or whatever water that she can find to ward away any evil eyes watching her. She sits with her olive oil, her anointing oil, Bible, praying and praying, Father, come down, Father, come down. One midnight she begins to sing, Ekueme, 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 Ekueme. You are a living God, oh. Is there no one like you? Ekueme, Ekueme. Larry enters. Roslyn, babe. Rose says, do not distract me when I'm in the presence of God. Larry says, oh, okay, see. I'm on an important call with a client living in another time zone. And the caller has been asking, what is that noise? So please, can you turn it down? He says, see, I will finish the call soon and then you can scream until everybody wakes. Please, thank you. Lanre continues the call and hey, Rose continues screaming, I will carry my baby. I will carry my baby, disturbing her husband and the business call. Lanre is no longer able to bear this. He walks close to her. Roseline! Roseline! Rose begins to rub the oil on her stomach, even on Lanre's head, even on his genitals. Lanre for the first time got angry with her. Enough is enough! He has endured her for this long. He also wants children, but he's not acting insane. This nonsense in this house must stop. He goes to bring out her plenty herbs. See, what's all this? Now you have to make a choice. We are either going to go for an adoption or surrogacy, and you have to choose. Seeing her husband that angry made her realize that, hey, water don't pass Gary. So she has to choose, and she has to choose fast. The only person Rose can trust with this information is her dear sister, Evelyn. Evelyn asks her, okay, to say what she wants to say. What is it? Say it. You're making me nervous. Rose says she has opted for surrogacy. Evelyn says, that's fine now. And that's a good plan, at least, regardless of how your children are born. Rose says, I want you to be the surrogate. Silence. Evelyn is like, what? Speechless. What do you... She could not say anything. Now, after a while thinking, she asked, okay, when is Rose's next hospital visit? Wait, Rose asked her, you will do this for me? Remember, Evelyn is someone that can die for her baby sister. So she agrees, yes, you will do this for me. Evelyn says yes, and Rose is overjoyed. Someone that she can trust. Her sister is the only person worthy of this. So she took good care of Evelyn after the procedure. They got to the doctor for the news and sadly, Evelyn did not conceive. Wait, is something wrong with Rose's eggs? Is she destined never to have children? What is wrong? Her mother-in-law comes to visit. She asks if anything is wrong with Rose. She says no, nothing is wrong with her. Seeing her dull. Okay, are you sure? Kosin kokoma, meaning there's nothing wrong in Yoruba language. So she asks her to leave. Now her son comes. They greeted. My son, we need to talk. The mother asked him to look at their wedding picture. You remember the morning of that wedding when I said we were going to take a photo shoot, Lanre says yes. Then the mother actually reminded him of how happy she was on their wedding day. So her next word will not sound as if she hates Rose. Now my son, tell me, is anything wrong with you or your wife? It's been 6 years now and nothing. Lanre says they've done everything. Booster shots, IVF, even the regular knacking, etc. Lanre says they are fine. The mother then advised him to go out there and impregnate someone else. Rose walks in on them. She heard everything the mother is saying. The woman wants her son, her only son, to give her a child, a grandchild. So she's getting old already and the lady can come live with her. So Rose will not even know about it. Rose that has already heard everything. She served the mother a drink and then the mother gets up to leave. She informs them that, she's traveling out for a few months and by the time she returns, she wants to hear some good news. Then she did something truly surprising and I truly love her for this. She turns to Rose and says, Rose, my child, I want you to know that I have nothing against you. I do not wish to send you out of your matrimonial home. My prayer is that you have your own child. I just want to be sure my son is a man. Okay? Rose says, okay, yes ma. And then Mama walks out. Oh Lord, I almost paused this movie to pray for God to hear Rose's prayer. Now that very night, she runs to meet her sister drenched. Rose, don't let this child thing kill you. Rose says, I want you to have a baby for me. Evelyn says, okay, no problem, we can go and do the surrogacy thing again. Rose says, no, not the surrogacy. She means traditional pregnancy. She wants Evelyn to actually have sexual intercourse with Lanre and get pregnant and then give her the baby. It's like you are going mad. Does he know that you have lost your effing mind? How can you ask me such a thing? Rose, how can you... Rose, your own sister. Is it because I don't have a husband and my own family? That's why you have the audacity to ask me such a thing? Rose begins to beg that Lanre's mother has advised him to impregnate a total stranger. So she would rather want the woman to be Evelyn. At least when she gives birth, the baby will be fine coming from both of them. Evelyn is heartbroken. Because I don't have mine, right? Because you pay for this house, the car outside, that's why you think you own me? I have suffered. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! And for the first time, Evelyn did what she said she would never do. She rejects helping her sister. Get out of my house! Get out! literally dragging Rose out of the house. Rose begged her, listen, please, listen. Rose continued to beg, but Evelyn sent her out and locked the door on her. She sits outside there, banging the door, crying. Hi, wow. Biodun Steven will not kill us with her story. She's too good. Well, that night, Evelyn returns to bring her sister in. She truly has the heart of an angel. So she said she has called her husband. Rose says well, she's wrong and she's out of line. She begins to apologize. Just then, Lanre enters. He once again, as usual, reassures Rose that he will never do what the mother suggests to him. Evelyn walks away after telling Lanre to talk some sense into your wife. Now they got back to their apartment and wait, Lanre could not get something out of his mind, so he had to ask Rose, Roselyn, I need you to make sense of this for me. You went to your sister to ask her to do this? Wait, make it make sense. Are you alright? Are you normal? Rose says, if wanting to be a mother means she's not normal, then so be it. Lanre says, it's a taboo. Nope, your mother asked that you sleep with a total stranger, and I suggest we choose someone we are both comfortable with. My sister. In fact, Rose says, if she doesn't have a baby soon, she will go mad and actually hurt herself. Many nights, Rose keep thinking, living in fear that one day Lanre will sleep with another lady out there. So she barely eats, getting weaker. Lanre had to do something. So he went to bring Evelyn to come and speak with Rose. Now Evelyn arrives, seeing Rose down, broken. She took a very deep breath and then says, I'll do it. Evelyn, Lanre calls her name. Evelyn says, she will do it. Wow, they both hug. Oga Lanre just walk away. I would have said, Lanre, my man. But truly, this is not a happy scene. Now, the day is here. They waited for Evelyn to come collect the D. She's about to be... sorry, I said I won't make fun of it. Okay, so Rose says everything Evelyn needs is inside. She takes her bag to leave. Hey, are you going somewhere? Rose says she feels it's the best thing to just give them their privacy. Now, hours after, Rose arrives. Alpha, how was it? Evelyn says, well, it's not magic. But in a few weeks, the result will be out. Evelyn is unhappy, but she's just living with it. So we see a quick flash of Evelyn in a car on a call going somewhere, while another person, a woman, on glasses is driving behind her, telling her to know where she's going to. Well, we will come back here later. You see what is happening. So weeks later, the test result is out. Evelyn is pregnant. Roselyn is excited. She even asked Evelyn to come live with them to be more comfortable. Evelyn says no, she can take care of herself now. Rose insists, saying it's not that she hasn't lived with them before now. Then she begins to praise her at that name. Nwanyoma, Omalicha, Asampete, Tomato Juice. Alright. Evelyn decides to move in with them. Now she lives with them, ordinary yawn, and they are both up and running to provide Evelyn with whatever she wants. Both of you should not worry now, it's just a baby. Nope, not just a baby. They pampered Evelyn enough. And these two are also happy, especially Rose. Lanre says, well, he is only happy because Rose is happy. Alright, Roselyn is going to bed to go and pray for safe delivery. This woman, Anyway, it's a good one. Now that night, Lanre is aroused. He wants to, wake up. Okay, she's up and perhaps she's going to get pregnant tonight. Now, while kissing and preparing to wait, her phone rings and she gets up. It's time to pray. She takes her phone, she picks the pastor's call, even asking Lanre to come pray with her. But Lanre that wants to knock. So he goes, maybe when they finish her call, then he will come and do. Now, we get another flashback of someone going to visit that therapist Roselyn was meeting earlier. Yes, you guessed. That is Evelyn. Also meeting with that same therapist and narrating her own side of the story. What led to their breakup? He says she wanted Lanre to know what he missed by choosing Rose over her. So when they had sex the first time, she made sure the sex wasn't boring. She gave Lanre the banging of his life. Something that Lanre Shaba would never forget. See interlocking now. Hey, oh my. Well, let's move on. I'm fasting. After that sex, Lanre continues to go visit Evelyn at her own house for more intercontinental, you know what I mean? I mean intercourse. So when Rose asked her sister Evelyn to move in, it just made things easier for both of them. So one day, Evelyn was having ice cream in the kitchen. Lanre enters. Oh, ice cream. They engage in a conversation. Then Lanre told Evelyn that you should have asked me to bring this ice cream to your room. Evelyn answers with sometimes cravings can't wait, and then mission accomplished. Larry reminds her that Rose will be back soon, so they need to hurry up. Evelyn says, so he's trying to send out his side chick, Abi? No, nah. Evelyn then asks him to come with her to the next doctor's appointment. So Larry says, for sure, the three of them would go. No. Evelyn says, only the two of us. She's trying to kick Rose out of this relationship. She's trying to snatch her sister's husband. So the next day, fortunately for Evelyn, Rose has a meeting to attend, so she cannot actually go with them for the meeting. My lovers, I love you. Please don't give her ice cream while I'm gone. Rose is almost out of the house when these two begins to touch. Again, they opted for a quickie, and right there, Rose returns. She forgot something and then caught them red-handed, right there in her kitchen, receiving and giving from behind her back. And then episode 3 ends. Before we continue, please guys, I want to remind you also to please support me by subscribing to this channel, because that will help me to bring you more recaps. So if you want more, please subscribe. Thank you. So episode 4 begins with Rose still looking at Evelyn in disbelief. Evelyn, she's actually unbothered about the whole thing. Then she asks Rose, why are you acting as if Lanre actually got me pregnant via Bluetooth? Now, that's a good one, very funny. Evelyn said, we had sex and you know about it. You even initiated it. Rose says, but it's just for getting pregnant. Oh, well, in case you don't know. Evelyn says, pregnant women experience a spike in their libido. So since she doesn't have any man and the doctor recommends it, Lanre is the only person for her. Rose then asks her, okay, if the doctor recommends it, why didn't you tell me? You are freaking sleeping with my husband. Evelyn says, at your request. In fact, you begged me to sleep with him. By the way, I need to keep the passage moisturized, you know? Rose says, shut the F up. Don't you dare speak to me like that. Are you mad? Are you mad? Evelyn says she's only doing what she's asking her to do, and she will do it in the most easiest and sweetest way possible, even if that means Lanre making love to her every night. She said it and walked away. Rose sits there crying. My sister. My effing sister. F you, Lanre. F you, Lanre. She begins to punch him. I saw this coming. I actually saw this coming. Well, Lanre kept begging Roslyn. I am sorry. I got carried away. I love you. Roslyn says, yet you are having mind-blowing sex with my sister. Lanre then told her the truth. When was the last time you and I made love? As in, really made love? Ever since you have talked on making baby, sex has been monotonous. No fun in it. Only tiring and boring. And he has been struggling. He says he has been struggling to get it up for her. So he got carried away. He was starved and Evelyn offered him a buffet. Lanre begs her to please forgive at least. Evelyn will be due and then they can have the baby and she will be out of their house. Oh, and until then, Uncle, does that mean you will keep knocking? See, Rose gave her a necklace to return to Evelyn that she does not need anymore, and also asked Lanre to get out of her room before she does something she will regret. Now Lanre's mom is back from her trip. Guess what? Evelyn was the one that opened the door. Oh, Evelyn, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Look at you. Is this what I'm thinking? You are pregnant. Mama is so happy. Now, who is the lucky man? Rose quickly interrupts that the father is away on a course. She doesn't want Mama to know it's her husband. Mama says, did Rose ask you not to invite me to your wedding? Evelyn says, no, she's not married though. The pregnancy even came as a surprise. Mama begins to sing for Evelyn and make merry while Rose is there, sad and in pain. Everything she said was to taunt Rose, even walk by her, ignoring her presence. For a week, Rose has not gotten close to her husband. While Lanre is begging for them to be cordial, at least to meet, now Evelyn enters their room. She says, I can't sleep, oh. I need a back rub. It's a lie, oh. She wants sex. Oh, Rose says, okay, is that all you want? Evelyn says, well, we want what is best for the baby. See, too many talks. Rose then gives Lanre permission to go and sleep with her. She says, at least it will be over soon when my baby is born. Evelyn says, technically, the baby is, Rose scream, mine. That child is mine. Evelyn says, technically, it's my egg and his sperm. The baby is mine. Rose says she will fight. She will fight her. With what? A lawyer? I don't remember signing any contract, did we? Lanre, Biko, let's go and knock. Hey, Rose stood there in shock, like her spirit has left her. Lanre is still trying to. See, just go. Rosalie, get the F out! She throws him out and begins to scream. Someone she used to trust. In fact, the two people she trusted the most now hurting her pretty bad. She could not stay home to listen to them having sex. She had to leave. Driving while her phone rings, she got confused and then she had an accident. The next day, the mother comes home to meet the door open. Rose, wait, this is not Rose. I'm dead oh! Somebody come and help me. What's this? What's your wife's sister doing on you? Where's your wife? Evelyn says, Mommy, see, if you mommy me, Timoba, if I catch you, I will murder you straight. See, what's going on here? Evelyn says, Lanre is the father of my child. The mother begins to scream. This is a taboo. This is incest. She begins to scream louder. Where is my daughter-in-law? What have you done? Mama begins to cry. When a call comes in from Rosalind's phone, the woman telling Lanre that Rosalind was in an accident. The woman says she knew it. See, they have used these evil abnormalities to kill the poor girl. Mommy, see, if you mommy me, I will murder you. Is it fair? See, let's go and look for her. Mama says, let's go. So you have done something that the world must not hear about. The mother informs Evelyn that, see, don't think because you are pregnant means I will jump on you to accept you. Never. In fact, I will beat you. I will sit on the stomach and the child will fly away. Truly, Mama did not support this a bit. She goes out. Lanre continues to try the number at least to know the hospital they took Rosalind. And just then, Evelyn begins to groan. She goes into labor prematurely. Lanre rushes her to the hospital. Now, Evelyn had a baby boy, although premature. He is healthy, the doctor says. Still, they could not find Rosalind for a whole week. Now, Lanre and Evelyn are no longer close. He does not even want to see her. Lanre's mother also doesn't want to see him around until he finds his wife back. So Lanre begs, Mommy, please, I know you are angry. The mother says, see, I have no time. Please go and find your wife or I throw you out. Lanre says, okay, he is sorry. And regardless of how the child came, he deserves to be named, right? Mother, please. Mama says she is supposed to be happy. My first grandchild. Am I not supposed to have a grand party? Am I not? But see what you've done to this innocent child. The mother said a lot. You need to hear the rest for yourself. Just watch this movie on Prime Video. So on the day of the naming ceremony, both parents are there. Grandma comes. The pastor coming to bless the child is already there waiting. But Mama made sure that it is obvious that she's not pleased with the whole thing. Now they are about to start. Evelyn asks her maid to get the baby. Mama is just forcing herself to be comfortable. The maid returns screaming, the baby! Auntie, something is wrong with the baby. They both rush inside. Mama is not even bothered. Even the pastors were looking at her like an evil person as if this is the cause of what is about to happen. Anyway, the baby died and Evelyn was heartbroken for many days. Is she reaping the reward of her sins? Lanre tries to calm her, telling her that they need to move on. Evelyn thought he meant that they need to stop thinking about the dead child, but Lanre actually meant that they need to go their separate ways. At least, the only thing holding them together is gone. So it's just logical that they split ASAP. Evelyn says she feels used, like a piece of tissue paper, used and discarded. Lanre says he also needs to find his own wife and to do right by her. Evelyn says she's worried about her sister. Guilt has been eating her up every single day. Although emotional, Lanre did not say anything in reply. He simply walked out of the room. See, this one no concern me. Yes, Evelyn had to move out of Lanre's house eventually. Lanre is now seriously searching for his wife, calling several police stations and hospitals, while Evelyn is also calling mutual friends here and there to know if Rose is with them. This took a very long time. Many wrong numbers and many trials. They are even confused, not knowing what else to do. Now, 2 good years has passed on the search. One day we see Evelyn driving to meet someone she has an appointment with. So she called the person to let them know that she's there. Now, it's a women's meeting, quarterly women's meeting. So it was at this meeting she saw her sister, Rose. Rose that she has been looking for 2 years. This is her, in flesh and blood. At least thank God she's alive. She said she wanted to run to her, but the way Rose looked at her, so cold. Well, she tried anyway. Eve approached Rose. How are you? She says, I'm fine. My love to your kid. And Evelyn replied with, he died. Oh. Sorry for your loss. And then she walks out on her. Now the therapist asked Rose that, why doesn't she want to talk to Evelyn? Rose says there's nothing to talk to Evelyn about. The therapist then told Rose that, well, she understands the hurt she's going through, but they are both to be blamed, so they should share the blame equally. Rose said, did I commit any crime in trusting my sister? The therapist says, no, but your crime is emotionally blackmailing your sister and her husband into having sexual intercourse, and it is wrong. She also informed Rose that her sister has been here to see her. She's also my patient. Wait, so she trailed me here? Guys, remember, that was Evelyn we saw, trailing Rose to know where she was going to. So she informed Rose that her sister has been there to see her. Rose wanted to know what Evelyn told the woman, but she's professional about her job. She says, I can't disclose my client's privacy. Then Rose asked the therapist, is Evelyn and her husband still together? The woman just ends the session. She truly cannot disclose it, but then advised Rose to try and meet with Evelyn and discuss it herself. Okay, Rose says, if she would meet with Evelyn, she wants you to be right there in her office. Alright, therapist arranged for the meeting. So on the day of the meeting, Evelyn is there very early. The therapist excused herself, and immediately Evelyn begins to apologize for everything. Every pain she caused her. Rose accused her that she took everything away from her. Evelyn says it's also not fair that Rose had everything she needed. Oh, Rose can now see how evil this Evelyn is. But Evelyn begged her to please listen. Just allow me speak. Alright, okay, speak. Evelyn told Rose that Rose has been living the life that she worked for. She studied and worked very hard, but Rose kept failing over and over. Rose said, but you told me failure doesn't matter. Eve says, yes, but success should matter. At least she did everything. Now imagine her doing a job that she hates. But you, Rose, you, fancy job, fancy exchange program. They both said a lot to each other. In fact, I will recommend you watch this movie to hear the details yourself. It's too touching. Evelyn says, despite Rose's carryover, not caring about education, even getting the guy that she loved. Wait. Rose says, you mean Lanre? Evelyn told Rose that if she had not gotten drunk that day and she sits for her exam, she would have been in that restaurant. He would have seen me first. It should have been me. It should have been me. Wait, how are you so sure that he would have chosen you? Evelyn says, well, we'll never know. Evelyn also complained about how their dad was proud of Rose because she is rich and accomplished. She said their father died seeing and thinking of her as a failure. He said the only thing that felt good that she ever enjoyed in her life was that brief moment she had with Lanre. Roselyn also gets to speak her own mind, how she took Evelyn like a mother. Evelyn says she kind of felt happy back then knowing she could have a child despite Rose's inability to have a child. She said the child made her feel like someone again. Rose asked if the child was sick. Eve says no, he just died. Perhaps it's karma. Oh, no wonder you feel regret because you lost a child. Eve says no, my conscience is pricking me each and every day. I hated myself. I hurt myself and I hurt you. Oh, Rose, please, can you forgive me? Please, forgive me so I can go back to being your sister. Please forgive me. Rose removes her hand and holds it, says, I have forgiven you since forever, but she cannot forget. And I don't know if we can go back to how we were. Maybe time will heal. Eve says she is sorry. Rose says she knows. At least you have the man now. Eve hasn't told her yet that she and Lanre are no longer together. When Rose called the therapist to come back in, Eve says, Lanre was never mine. She's just about to leave when Rose asks, okay, how is Lanre? Eve says, she does not know. She has not seen him since the baby. Maybe this will soften Rose's mind that she can get her husband back, right? Well, before walking out, Eve said, Rose, he never stopped looking for you. Rose stood there crying. This is a serious healing session between both of them, and I don't think the therapist needs to say anything. Well, the therapist told Rose that Lanre deserves to know the truth. But what truth? You will be shocked. Now, Eve goes straight to tell Lanre that she has found Rose. Rose was in the kitchen washing when she hears a knock on the door. She opens and, whoa, here is Lanre. Roselyn! What? Where? He begins to beg. Please, give me a moment to talk. Okay, talk. Then a girl brings a 2-year-old child. Rose greets her. Hey, that's my princess. Take her in. Lanre is confused. What's going on here? He says, I had no idea you remarried. I'll just leave. Rose says, well, she was just cooking and then invites him to come in. Lanre says he is happy that Rose is alive. He said he searched everywhere looking for her. He truly apologized for everything he had done to her. He called her the nickname again, Bugs Bunny. He said she deserves so much better than the way he treated her. He was about to leave when Rose answered, I forgive you. And is that all? The lady brings the child again. At this point, Lanre is almost teary. He says, I am glad you finally decided to adopt. Rose did not say anything. See, alright, I'll get out. He turns to leave only to see, right there in front of him, a maternity shoot of Roselyn framed on the wall. Roselyn did not adopt. She actually conceived. Rose, did you conceive? Did you get pregnant? Rose did not reply. Alright, and the dad? Rose says, he's standing right here. Lanre is like, where? Before getting it, oh, me. Rose then told him that after the accident, it was at the hospital that she got the news that she was pregnant. He was the one asking everybody not to inform him. So he asked her, she's mine. Rose says, yes, she had twins. Then they brought the twin out. Lanre almost collapsed right there. He goes down on his knees, grabbing Rose by the waist, crying profusely and begging her, asking for forgiveness. Then the movie ends. Now tell me, did you think these two can get together again? I think they will, because she forgave him. She told him everything about the twin, even allowing him to touch her. Some women, they will not even let you step into their house anymore. Well, there you have it. Biodun Stevens always delivers, and I will always love her for her story. If you don't know her, this gorgeous woman right here, you should see her works and you will love them all. Now I rate this job 7.5 over 10. So your turn, let me hear from you. What did you learn from this movie? Please share it with us in the comment section. I would like to read. So thanks for watching this video. For more amazing content and film reviews, please subscribe to this channel. And until we meet again, I am Sam and this is the Film Village.